Happy Labor Day and welcome to the Golf Summer Series race number 19. Tonight we're here at the historic Darlington Raceway for one of our crown jewel events, the Southern 500. After 2 weeks of no races, the Summer Series returns here at the Lady in Black to finish off the remaining 5 races of the year. And as you can see, all 35 drivers lined up and ready to go here with these beautiful throwback schemes. But before we get started, let's take a look at our starting lineup and pre-race ceremonies. So on the pole we have Ryan Wilson and the winner from 2 weeks ago, Jake from State Farm. Row 2, Random J and Sean Ard. Row 3, Jimmy and Adam Bowden. Row 4, It's Movement and Dan DJ. Row 5, Nathan Baird and Luke Samar, your Firecracker 400 winner. Row 6, Keshawn Richardson and HS. Row 7, Owen Miles and Alexander Jones. Row 8, Devon Payment and Richard Herman. Row 9, Hoodlum and Brandon Carruthers. Row 10, Mounty Fan for Life and Ryan Benjamin. Row 11, reigning crown jewel winner and points leader Dan Mattiello and Brad Reem. Row 12, Dominick Payment and Johnny Hernandez. Row 13, Jordan Scout and Slayer. Row 14, Lipsy and Jason Albert. Row 15, Aiden Thomas, who won it from Talladega, and Nargan Scott. Row 16, Carter Boyd and Kellen Baker. Row 17, Sabretooth and Cody Boggs. And starting last here tonight is Nick Sant in the 40 car. And now it is time for the pre-race ceremonies, including a brief moment of silence. Last Friday, the world was shocked and appalled to hear the death of South Carolina native Chadwick Boseman, best known for playing Jackie Robinson in the movie 42 and Black Panther in the MCU. Please join us for a brief moment of silence to honor his legacy and impact on millions. Thank you, and Wakanda forever. And now it's time for the national anthem. And now it is time for the most famous words in motorsports.
Drivers, start your engines!
Let's take a look at the track info here for tonight. So we're going to go 84 laps on this 1.3 mile long egg-shaped oval with 23 to 25 degrees of banking. And the weather here tonight at Darlington, 71 degrees Fahrenheit with 5 miles per hour towards the southeast. And as you can see, this track is very, very narrow, only really one groove in the turns. And also, this is the longest race of the entire Golf Summer Series season. Here we go, pace car down pit road. Sellout crowd on their feet here at Darlington. And as the field comes to the front stretch, the Southern 500's under green. Great start already for Ryan Wilson, the 76. He cleared Jacob Safefarm going into turn number 1. Got the inside lane there, led by Random J. Trying to pass Jacob State Farm for second as he clears him off of turn number 3. We got cars right up there in the wall. I think this man DJ in the 28 is one of them. We got a car around. It's Lipsy. He saves it, but more cars around in front stretch. Mountain Dew fan for life. HS to the 61. Aiden Thomas. Johnny Hernandez in the wall. Nick Sant goes for a spin. Jason Albert has damage. The 66 goes up in the air. Sabretooth in the 66. Flipping here at Darlington. And will land on this roof. The caution's already out here in the Southern 500. And coming back to the start-finish line, it's going to be Ryan Wilson who will be scored as your leader. Tons of carnage already here at Darlington. Let's go to the instant replay to see what happened. So this was going into turn number 3. Pretty much everyone in the outside lane hit the wall there. Everyone on the inside trying to avoid him and check up. I think Aiden Thomas got into Lipsy there to save it. The 61 of HS came down on both the 03 and the 55. And then Lipsy made contact coming back on the track of Aiden Thomas, sent Johnny Hernandez into the wall. Heavy damage from 46 cars. Sabretooth, oh my god. Got hit by Nargan Scott in the 86. Sent them upside down in turn number 1. Hope he was alright after that. Let's go on board with Aiden Thomas here. Yeah, everyone on the outside just hits the wall there. And then out of 4 here. Oh, gets into the side of Lipsy there, as you can see. And Lipsy comes back on the track. Oh, it's just the 69 for a spin. Not too much damage, I don't think, for the 69 as he sees the flipping barrel roll car of Sabretooth. On board with Kellen Baker here. Great miss there for the 21 of Kellen Baker. Take a look at this in slow motion. And you can see Cody Boggs clips the 2 of Sawyer, who in return clips the 66. And goes spinning back onto the track. And right in front of the 86 and Nargan's got nowhere to go there for the 86 car. Jason Albert, one of your point leaders, heavy damage to the right side of that car. And the 66 barely misses the catch finish there. Very reminiscent of Carter Boyd's, isn't it, back in Chicagoland. But unlike that incident at Chicagoland, did not land on all 4 wheels. And then once the car gets off the wall, it goes side over side, barrel rolling, until eventually comes to rest. And I guess the more of the story here tonight is do not ever go 3 wide at Darlington. And as you see there, the 66 car absolutely destroyed. He is done for the night. As we got pit stops here, pretty much everyone down pit road here, just doing gas and go stops only. As Carter Boyd and Jason Albert made contact there. Pretty quick pit stops here for everyone as the race off of pit road. Nathan Baird in the 37 comes off first. Great pit stop there for the 37 crew. Brian Wilson, Random J second. On ride, the 53 is in front of the 76. Sean Arndt and Owen Miles rounds off your top 5. Anyways, under caution here at Darlington for this crazy incident. Welcome back to the Southern 500 here at Darlington. We're about to go back green after a multi-car incident in turn number 1, which included the 66 of Sabretooth. going on his roof. Currently your top 3 is Nathan Baird coming off a good pit stop under caution. Ryan Wilson behind him in second, and Random J rounds off the top 3. Two former winners this season in the Summer Series in the top 3 are back at the green here at Darlington. Down the backstretch now, Random J makes the move on Ryan Wilson. He's going to force him up to the outside of the track. Nathan Baird will lead lap number 7. First green flag lap he's won all day. And remember, if you get stuck in the outside lane, you're probably going to fall back quite a bit of positions here. As you can see, Ryan Wilson already got passed by Sean Arnold, got passed by Owen Miles and Alexander Jones, and many others now. Random J up to second, that Jimmy Johnson throwback, has been really consistent at these intermediate tracks. Ran pretty well at Texas World, almost won in Atlanta, and obviously won Chicagoland. There's Sean Arnold behind him in third, Owen Miles in that Kodiak throwback in fourth. There's Alexander Jones in fifth. Battle for second now between the 19 and the 53, as they both catch up to the 37 now. As Random gets a great run off of Nathan Baird there, going into turn number 3. Nathan Baird, of course, was your winner at Rockingham in his first ever start in the Golf Summer Series. And because of that, currently 35th in the point standings. Took over to 37 after Brendan Beal quit after race number 8. Nathan Baird will lead lap number 11, 85. Here comes Sean Arnold now, side by side with Random J, going into turn number 1. And Sean Arnold once again with that great run on the inside lane. Random J's going to almost hit the wall there. Fall back several positions here. Side by side now with Ryan Wilson. Here comes Devon Payment now in the 88. Hoodlum there in the 3, also trying to get past by Random. But Random still trying to hold on here as he's side by side now with Devon. And as I said, here comes Owen Miles now for second. He's going to force Sean Arnold up the track. Alexander Jones as well. Owen Miles up to second. Right behind the back bumper of that 37 car. Going into this race, Owen Miles was 23rd in the standings. Had 2 straight runner-up finishes at Sonoma and Dodge Motordrome. He looks to the inside now of Nathan Baird. Side by side now for the lead, going into turns 3 and 4. And going into this French race, we're still side by side. I believe the 37 led that lap. And he will clear the 14 to hold his position. Devon Payment up high there, getting passed by Jake from State Farm in movement. He's gone on board to 14 now, Owen Miles. As I mentioned, he's going to throw back to Ricky Craven's old Kodiak car from 1995. That very cool look paint scheme. Owen Miles tries to look to the inside of Nathan Baird again, wasn't able to quite get the run. Lap number 1585 now, so a long way to go here at Darlington, as the entire top 10 is single file here. Down the backstretch again, here comes the 14, he's got to run at the 37. And going into turn number 3, there's still side by side, Sean Arnold also side by side with Alexander Jones for third. It looks like they're still side by side in the front stretch here. And going into turn number 1, Owen Miles will clear the 37. Sean Arnold back up to second, and Ryan Wilson to third. Nathan Baird will tuck into fourth, as Alexander Jones and Random J are once again stuck on the outside lane. Owen Miles will lead lap number 16. But once again, Shawnard is right behind the back bumper of the leader here. Trying to time his run perfectly. Here comes Ryan Wilson now down the back stretch trying to get a run off the 19. Looks like he wasn't able to get to the inside of him. And Shawnard will keep second place for now. We got Hoodlum there in the picture. So far up to 5th. And here comes Ryan Wilson again going into turn number 3 trying to pass the 19. This time he's got to run. And off of 4, they're still side by side. But looks like Shawnard is able to hold his position here. And because of that, Owen Miles now has a huge gap between him and Shawnard. Hoodlum now trying to look to the inside of his teammate Nathan Baird, but tucks back in line. As we come to lap number 20 of 85. Ryan Wilson once again peeking his nose on Shawnard, becomes Nathan Baird to the inside at 76. Ryan Wilson once again stuck on the outside of the track. Looks like he's going to get passed by Hoodlum as well. Both the HBL cars ganging up on the solo I-90 car. And going into turn number 1 and 2, both the HBL cars and Alexander Jones will clear Ryan Wilson. There's also movements down the inside of him. Jake from State Farm still stuck on the outside lane. Devon Payment tucking down to the inside in front of Bowden and Random J. Keshawn Richardson up to 12, he went from Old Spice in his Carol Yarborough throwback. We got Jordan Scout in 12th, 9 in throwback when he is in the Davey Allison scheme. Kellen Baker in 14th in his throwback to David Pearson's 1971 Mercury Cyclone. Behind him is Cody Boggs in his throwback to Hank Parker Jr.'s Bash Post Office car from 2003 in the Busch Series. We got Jimmy Deere in his throwback to Dale Jr.'s 2015 Daytona win. Behind him is Ryan Benjamin in 17th in his Red Bull Racing throwback, and Dan DJ in 18th in his Ricky Craven Tide Ride throwback. Nick Stanton in 19th, he was involved in only caution here so far. Throwing back to Johnny Rutherford's Daytona 500 pole-winning car. Got Carter Boyd there in 20th, not running a throwback, but was running an old Mark Martin scheme. Jason Albert currently in 21st, he was involved in an aforementioned caution earlier today, as well as an incident on pit road with Carter Boyd. Throwing back to Dale Jr.'s 2003 to 2007 paint scheme. Lucas Amaro in 22nd, not running a throwback, but he did win with that same scheme at Daytona, crashing the party for all the patriotic cars for that race. Dan Mattiello, current points leader, running 24th in his Pepsi Challenger throwback to Darrell Waltrip. Brad Ream in 25th, who's also second in the point standings, throwing back to an old Mountain Dew rally car from the 90s. But besides that, both of your point leaders factor top 3 going into this race so far, struggling here tonight. You got Braden Carruthers and Lipsy running Kurt Busch and Jeremy Mayfield throwbacks respectively. There's Dominick Payment's damaged car. He was involved in that first caution, as I mentioned. Throwing it back to the Burger King Smoothie car from 2012, and Slayer into 2, his teammate, throwing it back to Mark Martin's 500 start. You also got Aiden Thomas there in that retro Levi's paint scheme. In the damaged car, Johnny Hernandez, as well as Mount D Fan for Life in his throwback to Kyle Busch's 2014 Auto Club win. Anyways, back up to the leaders here. Owen Miles and Shawnard still run first and second. But now I think it's the perfect time for some Golf Summer Series. Crank it up. Lap number 38 at 85, and as you saw, green flag pit stops are in full swing here at Darlington. Currently leader is Bowden at 83, followed by Devon Payment and Random J. These guys have yet to pit, playing a different strategy here. And pit road strategy, especially for a longer race like this, is very, very crucial if you want to win this race. And as you can see, finally, the 83, 88, and 53 all coming down pit road. Next stand to 40 coming up pit road. Lucas and Mario doing his pit stop. Keshawn Richardson, Jimmy, Jake from State Farm, also to Ryan Wilson. As we wait to see who will cycle back with the lead. It looks like once everyone does their pit stop here, Kellen Baker into 21 will assume the lead. First time he's auto laps all night. Going into this race, Kellen Baker was 7th in the point standings after a rather mediocre run at Eldor a couple weeks ago. Owen Miles, as you saw behind him, is in second place. You can see the final cars coming out of pit road here. Bowden, Random J, and Devon Payment. Both are going to probably fall back in the field quite a bit here. So definitely a questionable strategy call for all three of those drivers for sure. And there's, as I mentioned, Owen Miles there in second, Cody Boggs in third, Hoodlum in fourth, and Alexander Jones rounds off your top five. Here comes Owen Miles with a great run on Kellen Baker, right on the back bumper. On board for 14 here again. The field's about to catch up to the lap car of Johnny Hernandez, who involved in our first caution of the night. So far, our only caution of the night. He came in this race 4th in the standings, will definitely have a big impact once this race is over in the points. Comes Cody Boggs now looking for second. Here's side by side with Owen Miles. They make contact going into turn number 3 as Kellen Baker catches up to the lap car of Johnny Hernandez. Cody Boggs still side by side with the 14 car. Lap number 44 of 85. We're just past halfway here at Darlington. Baker still trying to get past by Johnny Hernandez. And going into turn number 3, he will force him up to the outside. Hoodlum now trying to get a run off Cody Boggs, but will use his dad as a pick. It looks like both 7 and 3 go right past by him, as Kellen Baker jumps to a 0.2 of a second lead over 14. On board to 14 here again. And you can just hear how fast these guys are going into turns 1 and 2. Barely have to lift at all. But going into turns 3 and 4, you do have to slow down and lift a little bit. Alexander Jones in 5th, Ryan Benjamin up to 6th, Mattiello up to 7th. If he stays up there, it could be yet another big points day for that 17 team, with only 5 races left in the season. Got Ryan Wilson in 14th, Bowden there in 17th. As I mentioned, him, Devon Payment, and Random J pretty much were on the wrong end of the stick when it came to their pit road strategy for the night. Random J in 23rd after running in the top 10 for most of this race. Jake from State Farm, he won it from 2 weeks ago, down to 28th after a bad pit road strategy for him as well. Lucas Amaro down to 29th, and Lipsy in 30th. You got Matthew Fan 5 and Dominick Payment in danger of getting a lap down, as Hoodlum's now side by side with Cody Boggs for 3rd. And coming off a 4, he will clear the 7 car. Hoodlum now up to 3rd. Owen Miles once again right behind the 21, desperately trying to get a run off of him. Here comes the field slowly catching up to Dominick Payment. Hoodlum now goes for 2nd. He's going to force the 14 up to the outside of the track. Still side by side. Hoodlum will clear the 14. Hoodlum now up to 2nd. But going into turns 1 and 2, Owen Miles is not going to give up that position without a fight. Looking to the inside of Hoodlum now. This is once again going to allow Kellen Baker to pull away a little bit. Lap number 51 to 85 now. Again, so quite a bit of way to go here at Darlington. Here's your second group of cars here, led by Alexander Jones and Dan Mattiello. Slowly trying to catch up here as they trail Kellen Baker by over 2 seconds. As I mentioned, Dominick Payment in danger of getting lapped by these leaders. Seems to be a common occurrence in almost every Crown Jewel race, but whatever. And also Mountain Dew Fan Life in danger of going 2 laps down. He actually got lapped during our Crank It Up segment. As here comes Owen Miles once again for 2nd. He's still side by side with Hoodlum. Hoodlum may clear him here going into number 1. It looks like he will. Hoodlum defends his 2nd place position. But once again off of 2, Baker jumps out to a huge lead. Lap number 54 of 85 now. On board of Hoodlum here in the 3. As you can see, Dominick Payment trying to pass Mountain Dew Fan for Life before these leaders catch up to both of them. And already, here come the leaders catching up to the 03 Mountain Dew Fan for Life. Hoodlum looking to the inside. He's going to use him as a pick. Yes, he is. Side by side for the lead now between the 3 and 21, and Hoodlum off of turn 4 will clear Kellen Baker. Hoodlum to the lead for the first time here tonight. Lap number 56 to 85, 30 laps to go. Now, can Hoodlum get passed by the lap car, Mountain Dew Fans for Life? Down to back straighter, he looks to the inside, the 03. Off of 4, looks like he'll clear him. No, they're still side by side. This is going to allow the guys behind him to catch up. Here comes Cody Boggs now for 3rd. He's going to use him as a pick as well. Cody Boggs back up to 3rd as Owen Miles struggles a little bit to get passed by Mountain Dew Fans for Life. But he will clear him. But here comes Kellen Baker again for the lead. Baker off of 4, still side by side with Hoodlum. Here comes Movement and Sean Ard there catching up. But going into the 1, Hoodlum will defend his position. And with these leaders constantly battling for positions here, Dominick Payment definitely got a big break off of that. Nathan Baird up to 7th, got passed by Mattiello there. As we approach lap number 60. Hoodlum still back for this race. It's the Dale Jr. and Dale Sr. as well as various other drivers who drove a similar looking yellow Corvette during the 2001 Rolex 24 at Daytona, where they ended up finishing 2nd in their GTS class and 4th overall. Keshawn Richardson and Movement have both caught up to Mountain Dew Fan for Life. As Movement gets stuck right behind him, just going to allow Keshawn Richardson to clear him for 4th. Next batch of green flag pit stops here are coming relatively soon, as we're about to hit the pit window of 30 to 35 laps. There's Nathan Baird turning off Dan Mattiello for 7th, and Ryan Benjamin stuck in the outside lane here in turn 2. Hoodlum continuing to lead here at Darlington in lap number 63 of 85 now. You got Aiden Thomas and Lipsy there. Some of the last cars on the way. Here comes Johnny Hernandez. He's a lap down, but so far he's the only car down pit road to kick off our second wave of green flag pit stops here at Darlington. Lap number 64 of 85 now. You're later about to catch up to Dominick Payment in the 55 car. Cody Boggs with a good run off Kellen Baker there off in turn number 2. Question is, when will these leaders pit as we hit lap number 65? Keshawn Richardson Movement still trying to get past by Mountain Dew Fan for Life. I mean, they pretty much caught up to the leaders, but the 03 continues to be an obstacle for them. This time by 20 laps to go here at Darlington. This race is coming to a slow but steady close. May not seem like it's a lot of time, but still, anything could happen. As Mountain Dew Fan for Life and Keshawn Richardson make contact there. Here comes Owen Miles down pit road. So far, the other leaders are staying out. Aiden Thomas down pit road. Most everyone else staying out here as Hoodlum continues to lead here at Darlington. And as I said, here he comes down pit road. Kellen Baker and Cody Boggs also follow him down pit road as Movement will now soon lead here at Darlington, lap number 68 of 85 now. Nathan Baird up to 3rd, Keshawn Richardson up to 2nd as we're on board with Hoodlum here as he makes his pit stop. Definitely probably the most important pit stop of the night. If you screw up here, you're probably going to lose the race. Four tires and gas there for Hoodlum as well as the rest of the leaders. Movement now down pit road as Keshawn Richardson is going to stay out here And lead lap number 69 at 85. Nice. Slayer, as you can see down pit road, Dominick Payment, Nathan Baird, Bradford Reed, and Keshawn Richardson also follow as Hoodlum gets passed by Owen Miles there, potentially for the lead. Adam Bowden currently in second as Mountain Dew Fan 5 and Sean R both come down pit road. As Adam Bowden now currently with the lead, Devon Payment also behind him in second, Jordan Stout in third. And as I mentioned, these guys are on the wrong end of the stick. When it came to pit road strategy, they stayed out way too long, and if anything, should have been the first cars down pit road. Lap number 72 of 85 now. And there they come down pit road. So I see Random J coming out of pit road there. Ryan Wilson also coming out of pit road. It looks like the lead will cycle back over to your top four of Hoodlum, Kellen Baker, Owen Miles, and Cody Boggs. It looks like Owen Miles is leading this four-car group as Kellen Baker looks at the inside now. Going into turn number one, he will clear the 14. Kellen Baker goes back to the lead here at Darlington. Here comes Cody Boggs and Hoodlum also for positions here. And once again, Owen Miles is stuck on the outside of the track as he's still side by side the 7 car. And going into 1, both the 7 and 3 will clear the 14 as Hoodlum looks to the inside of Cody Boggs. Looks like he will tuck back in line with him. As we approach 11 laps to go. Kellen Baker trying to get his second career Golf Summer Series win after winning Martinsville back in race number 2, as well as the third for Baker Racing Team after Sean R's victory at Myrtle Beach. And a fun fact about that 21 team, all of his finishes inside the top 10 are also finishes inside the top 5. Trying to continue that trend here with only 10 laps to go. Hoodlum once again looking to the inside of Cody Boggs going into turns 3 and 4 as we're on border from here. Nine laps to go here at Darlington. Owen Miles there in 4th, slowly catching back up with the field. Approaching a lap car in Aiden Thomas, as well as Jake from State Farm, Lipsy, and Johnny Hernandez. Definitely going to be a matter of time if one of these leaders catch up to the 69 cars. We come to 7 laps to go. Cody Boggs looking to the inside once again off of turn 2 as he tugs back in line. The top three now all locked together in single file as Owen Miles slowly but steadily catches up. 6 laps to go now at Darlington. Got movement there in 7th. Alexander Jones in 8th. Dan DJ in 9th. And Sean Ard rounding off the top 10. As now comes Hoodlum for a second. He's side by side with Cody Boggs going into turns 3 and 4. Is he going to clear him? Looks like yes, no, he isn't. Cody Boggs still fighting back on the outside there. 5 laps to go here at Darlington. And going into 1, Hoodlum up to 2nd. Here comes Owen Miles now for 3rd. Here comes the lap car of Johnny Hernandez. Looks like Aiden Thomas ended up getting passed by Johnny Hernandez as he was probably a much slower car than him. Owen Miles clears Cody Boggs for 3rd as we come to 4 laps to go. And the question is, of course, Hoodlum and Johnny Hernandez are father and son and teammates. Is Hoodlum going to do the same thing as he did to Kellen Baker before of Mountain Dew Fans for Life and use him as a pick? And down the backstretch, Kellen Baker catches up to the 46. It looks like Baker now is struggling to get past by him here. Is this going to open the door for Hoodlum? Hoodlum now right behind the back bumper of the 21 with only 3 laps to go. Is he going to use him as a pick? Off of turn 2, Hoodlum looks to the inside. He's side by side for the lead. Into turns 3 and 4, Hoodlum will clear the 21. Hoodlum back to the lead here at Darlington, 2 laps to go. Now the question is, can Hoodlum get past by his teammate? Looks like he is, as well as the rest of the field also able to pass by him here. Dan Mattiello opened the picture in 5th. Will he be a factor by the end of this race? And coming off of turn number 4, this time by white flags in the air. 1 lap to go here at Darlington. Who will win the Southern 500? And going into turns 1 and 2, Kellen Baker gets a great run off of Hoodlum. We've seen close finishes at this track before, but we see one here tonight. Down the backstretch for final time, the 21's right there, and will the 6-9 car be a factor? And coming off of turn 4, Baker can't quite get there. Checkered flag, Hoodlum wins the Southern 500. Congratulations to Hoodlum and HPL Motorsports. They are winners here tonight at Darlington. It's the first ever win for Hoodlum in the Summer Series, as well as the 2nd win ever for HPL Motorsports after Nathan Baird got the win at Rockingham back in race number 9. But now, let's take a look at the finishing results and point standings after this race. So here we go. Hoodlum finishes 1st. Kellen Baker finishes 2nd by 9/100th of a second. Currently the 3rd closest Golf Summer Series finish in history behind Texas World and Armory Digital. He also had the most laps tonight, so good job to him. Owen Miles finishes 3rd. Cody Boggs finishes 4th. Dan Mattiello finishes 5th. Ryan Benjamin finishes 6th. Movement finishes 7th. A good run there for that 20 team. Alexander Jones finishes 8th. Dan DJ was 10th. Top 10 finishes 9th. And Sean Ard rounds off your top 10. And now for the point standings with only 4 races left in the season. Dan Mattiello is still the points leader with 618 points. He leads Brad Vereen by 37 points. So that's quite a bit of distance between the top 2 in points. Fellow Matt Motorsports driver Jason Albert behind by 43 in 3rd. 4th is Kellen Baker. Good race for him tonight. As I mentioned, he led the most laps. Dan DJ finishes 5th. Aiden Thomas now down to 6th in points after a bad run for that team tonight. Same can be said for Johnny Hernandez. Finished 2 laps down. Both trail Mattiello by 56 points. Random J in 8th, another pretty bad run for that 53 team. Bound by 66. Slayer in 7th, bound by 77. Another team that had a bad run here tonight. And Jake from State Farm rounds off your top 10 behind by 80 points. Nearly 2 full races behind the 17 team. So next up, race number 20, we head to the 8 Bulls Super Speedway in Watertown, Massachusetts for the Papyrus Racing 350. For our final Super Speeder race of the season. That will be on this channel this weekend, September 13th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so stay tuned for that. It should be a good one. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this race. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And also, before I go, quick and brief shout out to everyone who helped paint these throwbacks. Y'all know who you are. Thank you guys for all the hard work you do for this series. for bringing these awesome looking schemes to life. But other than that, have a happy and safe Labor Day.